This video is going to be made on the sole evidence of what I've seen happen and seen it in real time. So take this video with just as much grain of salt, maybe eating your potatoes with it, but being the face of the #1 leaderboard of creators, being Split72, she has been stirred in a lot of controversy, a lot of mishaps, mismatch, a lot of threats sent to her either through GD or Discord or in any public social media that she has, which kind of just shows that being the face of anything nowadays, whether it be the internet or Geometry Dash itself, holds its own huge consequence on just holding that position of either #1 or #2. We had the same problem with Yoon when Yoon passed Vibran, being the first person in almost a decade passing Vibran in creator points. And for someone who had finally beaten Vibran in the #1 position, it was a very huge goal for both Yun and the community and Vibran himself, because now he's barely in the top 5 by no any pure coincidence. He has not been creating levels. He's been pretty silent towards the community, as most popular people are. They are very inconsistently just going back to Split72. Some levels of her did feel kind of rushed and unpolished, but at the end of the day, all of her levels were meant as just she wanted to build something that was fun for her, she enjoyed, and it is not Split's fault that sometimes they got a higher rating, whether it be a feature or an epic, even if it just meant just a star rate or a feature. Any of those can always be a mismatch because of people's greed and everyone wanting everybody to quit the community and make this a very bad place and a place that only they will have a word in, has really hit a lot of people in both their noses and their heads. Split72 has also had the same problem. Her levels got criticized pretty unfairly, and because of no pure evidence that all of her levels were bad. I've played most of those levels, and I cannot find a single bad thing about them. There may be rush deco, maybe it looks a bit too simple, but people have gotten too used to the new standards of levels being a higher quality than they usually are. And with people having that expectation, it cannot always be exceeded and met. A lot of levels that are being created now always will come with their own problems. You can't blame somebody for having their level rated, like Yo Raid, who has been getting constant threats, all because of a level that he cannot update anymore. It was not his choice, it was nothing around that. RapTop did it, RapTop chose it, and say like that. And the GD community itself has always had its own hatred. It hates when people succeed. They hate when people actually have a higher chance of getting a rated level and just being more popular. When their levels get ignored, it's a completely different story. When that happens to them, they usually disappear off the internet. And with Split72 being really close to becoming homeless, it is rare that I decide to sit down and tell people to actually share this GoFundMe link or donate. You don't need to donate a huge sum of money. It can be a couple cents, $1, maybe 100 if you're very rich. But I do not condone donating if after a while you're going to be just telling everybody that you donated and that you find out that the goal was not met, she became homeless, all that money is useless. I've seen people who have created a GoFundMe, donated, and then later in their own future told people that it's a scam to make the person more hated. I don't condone any donations towards the GoFundMe if you're gonna criticize the person that you're donating to. If you think that she's gonna put the money somewhere else other than paying her house, that's on you. I have put most of my trust in believing when there's something this serious created, it is serious. It is not something that has to be a joke. Harassing somebody can always lead to a worse thing. We've had this happen with multiple people who just disappeared and never came back. There's so many people that just quit. They never come back. And then nobody is put to blame. But when their note says that that's it, I'm not alive anymore, everybody starts to feel kind of bad. They could have done something, but they didn't. And I just want people to just do one thing. I don't want people to watch this video just for me. This is for those who want to help out. I personally can't help because I am in my own dire need. I am willing to spread the word as much as I can. So if you can go to the GoFundMe link, donate any sum of money or share that link, and let's hope that none of this will ever happen again.